there. You're now with me, Shaminato, for TVS News at 5. Let's begin with the headlines. Gabungan Party Sarawak, or GPS, is steadfast in its decision to field its candidates in all 31 parliamentary seats in the upcoming general election, or GE15. The matter was announced by its chairman, Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunopeng, on Sunday, thus putting any speculation of allowing any peninsula-based party members to contest to rest.
Oh, that one. We cross the bridge. But GPS will definitely fill our candidate in all 31. Okay?
Abang Johari was commenting on recent reports that Bersatu President Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin had urged the GPS chairman to consider allowing Bersatu Sarawak candidates to be fielded in Sarawak parliamentary seats in GE15. Earlier, Abang Johari was met by reporters after attending the GPS pre-council meeting held at Parti Pusaka Bumiputra Bersatu PBB headquarters on Sunday. Similarly, Chief Political Secretary to the Premier Fazruddin Abdul Rahman in a statement today said GPS will not compromise on its stand to contest in all parliamentary seats in Sarawak. The Parti Pusaka Bumiputra Bersatu Deputy Youth Chief said by putting GPS at the helm, it would ensure political stability to the nation and ensure prosperity to the people.
And needs to be continuously practiced among the Sarawak community. Deputy Premier of Sarawak, Dr. Sim Kui Hian, said this portrays the inclusivity of the state government, which takes pride in peace, cooperation and harmony.
We emphasize in Sarawak government has set out a unit for other religions under the previous department to manage the needs of other religions since 20. This is a token to show that the inclusive policy of Sarawak government, which emphasizes the need to continue to nurture and enhance the peace and harmony in Sarawak.
He said this during his speech on the Wesak Day celebration ceremony earlier today. With this year's celebration theme, Promote Harmony Through Mutual Respect and Helping Each Other, it was compatible with the principles of setting up Unit for Other Religions, or UNIFOR, to assist non-Islamic houses of worship in the state. Dr. Sim also urged all Buddhists in Sarawak, as well as other religions, to always have compassion in strengthening tolerance in Sarawak towards a developed state by 2030.
Sarawak will soon decide on the standard operating procedures, or SOPs, for pubs and nightclubs, and whether or not the SOP announced recently by the Federal Ministry of Housing and Local Government will be adopted. Deputy Premier Dr. Sim Kui Hian said the State Disaster Management Committee, SDMC, will have a meeting soon to discuss and decide on the matter.
We will meet in Sarawak. We always look at the policy, look at it is suitable for us in Sarawak or not. SDNC has always been setting out our own rules and our own policy. So not everything from West Malaysia is suitable for us. Dr.
Sim said a formal announcement on the SOPs for the nightclubs and pubs will be announced over the next few days. He added SDMC has always had the final say, especially on matters related to COVID-19 preventive measures in the state. On May 12, the Ministry of Housing and Local Government, KPKT, issued the Licensed Pubs and Nightclub Operations Protocol Guidelines. The guidelines include patrons of licensed pubs and nightclubs will have to take a COVID-19 self-test within 24 hours before entering the premises, beginning May 15. If the customer does not perform the test, the premises can conduct an antigen rapid test kit on the customer and must ensure that the customer's COVID-19 test result is negative. The proposal to transform Kota Samarahan area into a crocodile rehabilitation center needs to be inspected thoroughly, taking into account the safety factors. Muara Duang Assemblyman Dr. Idris Buang, who is also patron to Samarahan Crocodile Hunter SCH, said his parties are considering the proposal as Samarahan River is well known for its high population of crocodiles.
Oh, ya, kita ada macam-macam cadangan yang diberi kepada semerahan Korporat Lantas. Kita masih kajikannya. Ada mereka yang mau kita cuba cari tempat yang sesuai lah untuk membiayai buaya-buaya, anak-anak buaya dan sebagainya untuk dijadikan bahan pelancong. Tapi itu memerlukan kajian untuk masa yang panjang, kajian yang mendalam tentang habitat buaya.
He said this when met at the Ramatama Idul Fitri Muara Tuang event on Saturday. In addition, the suggestion needs to be looked into as it should not cause burden to the community as a whole.
Welcome back. Speculation that the ownership of assets and land along the East Coast Rail Link, or ECRL alignment, will be transferred to China is completely unfounded, said Transport Minister Dr. Wee Ka Siong.
Aset ECRL adalah 100% milik Kerajaan Malaysia melalui MRL, dan tanah-tanah di sepanjang jajaran ECRL adalah reserve kereta api yang tidak boleh dipindah milik.
We added that ECRL assets are fully owned by the government through Malaysia Rail Link, or MRL, while China Communications Construction Company Ltd is the main contractor of the project. The ECRL assets are 100% owned by the Malaysian government through MRL, and land along the ECRL alignment are non-transferable railway reserves. This proves the confidence of China in the prospect of ECRL's operation, which will guarantee the quality and sustainability of its services. In the meantime, we explained that ECRL fares would be determined by the Land Public Transport Agency (APAD) and would be equivalent to the existing train service fare rate. MRL had also drawn up and implemented a long-term plan to generate sufficient revenue to cover the company's operating costs and profits from the train operations, and MRL's ancillary businesses would be used to repay part of the ECRL project loan. The ECRL is scheduled for completion by December 2026 and will traverse the east coast states of Kelantan, Terengganu and Pahang before linking the Klang Valley on the west coast of Peninsular Malaysia. In other matters, an 18-year-old gunman shot 10 people to death and wounded 3 others on Saturday at a grocery store in New York in what authorities are calling an act of racially motivated attack. Authorities said the suspect, who was wearing body armor and military-style clothing, broadcasted the attack in real time on social media platform Twitch. Officials said 11 of the 13 people struck by gunfire were African Americans and 2 others were white. The racial breakdown of the dead was not made clear. The suspect, Peyton Gendron, was prosecuted hours after the shooting in state court on first-degree murder charges, which carry a maximum penalty of life in prison without parole. The judge also ordered Gendron to remain in custody without bail and to undergo a forensic examination. Authorities said the attack were to be investigated both as a hate crime and as an act of racially motivated violent extremism under federal law. U.S. President Biden condemned the shooting as abhorrent in a statement issued late Saturday. The recent shooting follows a pattern of other racially motivated mass murders in recent years, including a Pittsburgh attack that left 11 people dead in October 2018 and the Atlanta spa shootings in March 2021, in which a white man killed 8 people targeting Asians. The United Arab Emirates de facto leader Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan was elected president of the Gulf Arab state by a federal Supreme Council, solidifying his rule over the OPEC oil producer and key regional player. The Council, which groups the rulers of the 7 Emirates of the UAE Federation, elected Sheikh Mohammed, known as MBZ, a day after the death of his half-brother, President Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed, who was also ruler of Abu Dhabi. MBZ 61 had already been wielding power for years in a period when Sheikh Khalifa suffered bouts of illness, including a stroke in 2014. He becomes president at a time when the UAE's long-standing ties with the United States have been visibly strained over perceived U.S. disengagement from its Gulf allies' security concerns. MBZ led a realignment of the Middle East that created a new anti-Iran axis with Israel. He also bolstered the military might of the UAE, which, coupled with its oil wealth and business hub status, extended Emirati influence in the region and beyond. And that concludes TVS News at 5. And we would like to wish those Buddhists worldwide celebrating Happy Wesak Day. Here with me, Shel Shamiato, and I'll see you next time. Have a good weekend.